You're tuned in to a one-take
podcast production.
You're listening to It's Not Fantasy, It's Reality.
What's up? What's up? Y'all know what it is. It's not fantasy, it's reality football. I am none other than your man, Brandon M. Davenport. I'm back with another show. I know I've been missing, but I'm back to back weeks with a show. Crazy week one in fantasy football. As always, I bring a guest along, and I got none other than the victorious Green Bay Packer fan himself, my co-host, my partner, B. Meeks. What's happening?
What's going on, world?
Y'all knew he was going to say that. Y'all should be used to hearing us two together by now. You usually don't hear one without the other, except for when I'm grinding, doing 100 hours at work. Other than that, we always together on air. Hey!
Yeah, man, you gotta show up. You gonna kill yourself, man.
Man, I'm trying to make it here and make it there. But hey, week one, fantasy is over. How many leagues you in, B, and how did you do?
When it comes to just straight fantasy for free type stuff, I'm only in 2 leagues just because I wanted to manage it because, you know, you got DraftKings and all this other stuff. But I won both of them, mostly thanks to Jason Witten. So when it comes to the free leagues on NFL.com, I'm 1-0 in both leagues I'm in.
All right, me, I'm in 2 big cash leagues and maybe 6 just fun leagues. I didn't get to do a FanDuel last week. You know, that hurts me. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm 0-1. Well, see, I lost. I went 0-1, 1-0, 1-0, 0-1, 0-1, 0-1, 1-0. Basically, in my ESPN, I split out of 8 leagues. I went 4-4. And my big money league, the league that I personally run, I destroyed the competition. I put up like 148 points.
That's probably the one you care most about, though.
Well, I care about the other one, the other cash league. I mean, you know, we all as fantasy owners have our gripes of what happened, why we lost. I really didn't get no production from Golden Tate and Alfred Morris. I mean, I didn't lose by much. If I'm not mistaken, I lost by 7. That was because he had, going in the Monday night game, he had Kyle Rudolph and Adrian Peterson, and he had Jordan Matthews on the front end. And Jordan Matthews went off for like 20 points on me. You know what I mean? I had Matt Ryan going that night, but Golden Tate and Alfred Morris absolutely got me nothing. They got me nothing that week. So out of the 2 leagues I'm paying the most attention to, I'm 1-1. You know, the league I'm the returning champion. I came back heavy. You know what I mean? I talked a lot of smack and I bagged it up. You know, I did a hell of a job bagging it up. That's the beauty of fantasy football. Are you a smack talker?
Not as much. I just like to let the game speak for itself.
See, I'm the type, you know, I'm a bully. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a bully. I'm the type that straight up, I tell you, if you don't want this tongue lashing, don't jump out of the box. Stay at home. Say what you, don't say nothing. Just stay at home. Play a league. Good game is all you're going to hear from me. But the moment you start smacking off at the gums, I'm going to tell you like I told the young boy, you need to go gargle some salt water because your gums are swelling. Because I'm going to tear that ass up. I'm going to talk, and I mean, you know, I'm male, female, I don't care, teenager. If you in a fantasy league, it's no holds barred. I would never disrespect you, but I will say some mean things. You know what I'm saying? I told old girl I was going to Ray Rice her ass.
You will say some mean things, so it's like that, man.
Yeah, man, like I told her, I mean, you know, I'm going to Ray Rice your ass. You know, I'm sorry, you came into this with it. I mean, you started popping off at the gums. I'm going to give you a beating hands on. So that's what it is. Hey, it was a good fantasy week, man. What was your take from this week in fantasy?
It was, you know what? A few people surprised me. Like, you know, the Packer game was on, but at the same time, the Kansas City game was on. And of course, I could see the Packers anytime I want. So I probably watched 65% of the Packer game, but I was so in tuned into the Kansas City game, and I saw people like Travis Kelce kill it. Like, I mean, I heard, but I didn't know. And now I know it. I'm starting them for a fact this week.
Well, see, that's one of them things, man. This is why I keep calling your ass a rookie. Travis Kelce should not have been damn, I've never seen this. First of all, no wide receiver caught a touchdown last year on that team. But Alex Smith still had 16 or 18 touchdowns. Most of them went to Kelce or Jamal Charles. Second of all, that Alex Smith may be historically the safest quarterback in all of football. And where does the safest quarterback always throw to? Their tight end. Travis Kelce was my second-rated tight end this year over Jimmy Graham because of the fact I don't know what Jimmy Graham is actually going to do in Seattle. Yeah, he got a touchdown, but I didn't know what he would do in Seattle. And you can no longer say it's Julius Thomas, because do you really trust Julius Thomas without Peyton Manning?
Maybe.
So Kelce became a default too overall to me. So it was a surprise. Also, what I noticed in football this week, fantasy-wise, for the first time in maybe the last 5 years, we didn't have no big flavor of the weeks. Most of the players that shined this week were on people's team. Even if you take Carlos Hyde, he was like drafted in like the lower 55% of ESPN leagues. Maybe no one started him, but he was still drafted. Same thing with Mariota. Mariota was like a late pick for dynasty leagues or people just filling spots, but no one knew to start Mariota. So it was. Right. So it was it wasn't none of those flavor weeks. You didn't see none of those emerging Justin Forsett, Allen Hurns, people like that of that nature who just bust on the scene. Arian Foster did it a couple years ago.
But I'm gonna say this, even though it was first week and it was kind of hyped up, like I just didn't see the teams weren't going. I just didn't see it. It was no fire in these games. It was just like a regular game to everybody. No, it meant nothing to nobody. That's what it seemed like to me.
I beg to differ. I watched a lot of that Green Bay Chicago game. That may have been one of the most entertaining games of the day. Followed up by the St. Louis-Seattle game. See, the division games are nasty. That St. Louis-Seattle game was very entertaining too. You seen St. Louis play up to how they always do against Seattle. You seen Seattle go away from their normal character. Another good game. I mean, the opening game, Pittsburgh versus New England, was not a bad game at all. I didn't watch both of the Monday night games because I had to be to work at like 5 in the morning. I did catch the San Fran, Minnesota one the next day. Not the Denver, Kansas City, because that would be tonight. The Houston, Kansas City game. That was interesting at first, and then Kansas City just took off.
Yeah, that's the one I was tuned into the most out of most games over the weekend.
That one. I mean, it was interesting at first. Then Kansas City just kind of like took off. Other than that, I mean, some of the week one matchup just wasn't that sexy. Like me being a Lions fan, Lions versus San Diego was not an appealing game. Arizona versus Oakland is damn sure not an appealing game. So,
that's true.
Jacksonville versus Carolina, and I'm not picking on either one, but both of these teams doesn't even have a true identity right now. Now, I'm sorry, this is the game because as I'm going through, the best game put on TV for different reasons to me was Buffalo versus Indianapolis. That game was good.
It's a little different too. You're saying the best game on TV, but of course you got the package. That shit wasn't known in my neighborhood.
I also go to Buffalo Wild Wings every Sunday and sit and just watch. I have my laptop, my iPad out. I'm watching my numbers for all my teams. But Buffalo in Indianapolis was a very good game. Buffalo defense came out and ball. And for those of you who listened to last week's episode, you may remember me saying sit Andrew Luck, especially in FanDuel, because of the amount of money he cost. He didn't get you much, but he did score late with some garbage time touchdowns. So I was damn accurate on him. And I also said I wouldn't start ODB because of the simple fact he was matched up against Dallas, and Eli is known to be a slow starter. Eli opening games are usually atrocious, and he didn't do much for you either. So let's get into this week, man. We going to the game kickoff tonight. Before we do some more fantasy stuff, let's look at these schedules and let's go for our weekly pick'ems. We're gonna look for some upsets. We want you guys to keep track of when me and Brian do these things. And also, as we take a small break, remember to check out, starting next week, the NFC North wrap-up with me, your boy Brian Meeks, and the Bears representative Brian Lovelace out of the shot. Let's make sure y'all check that out. That will be all things NFC North. We will still touch other football shows. We're going to drop... No, we're not going to drop nothing. We're not going to pay no bills. We're going to keep it going. Well, I was going to pay a bill, but we pay our bills, so why do we got to pay the bills? All right.
Do you play NFL Weekly Pick'em, though?
I have, man. I have. Just this week with working, bro, it's so rough. Not this week, this last 2 months. I haven't really did my due diligence and dedicate everything to all things football like I like to.
Well, just to let the listeners know that, in my opinion, that is the best way to keep score of who you pick to win and lose. I mean, it ranks you. Right now, I'm ranked 50,000. So, I mean, it ranks you and it keeps track of what you picked in the past and makes it a lot easier. But that's just my take.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I do some bets at work. I'm all about that money. But last week, I kind of let the guys sucker me into taking some games that I normally wouldn't have took. You know what I mean? But just for those of you who do have an Apple product or iPad, it's a great app called iPick Football. It handles all your bets. It handles everything for you. You can lock everybody in. You can set up a weekly thing under each different profile. It's a free one. Then there's one for $1.99. That's a free plug to iPick'em. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are listening, send us a shout out back. Get with us. But that's y'all free plug. But
hey, real quick, we both on the LG, right?
Yep.
I ain't never had an iPhone in my life, but I figured, I like to do a drastic change once a year in my life, no matter what it is. I think with my next upgrade, I might see what that iPhone and that iPad looking about.
Well, I am switching over to the iPhone 6S. It comes out in 2 weeks. Business side, I gotta get you that text ID number so we can get us both the newer iPad so we can continue to communicate and continue to grow. We gotta get our boy Woods one. Shout out to the homie Woods. He's most definitely a big member of the family. I'm not sure we met.
A damn good show out right now that did some numbers. He did an Empire recap, so it just check that out on One Take Podcast.
Yeah, Woods. I mean, for us to be more sports and all that, but Woods bring a great entertainment aspect. I love the brother. We hanging strong with him. The other two guys, I'm not sure what's going on. They're still family until further notice. But it's not about them. It's about the NFL. And tonight, we got Denver versus Kansas City. You want to start this one or you want me to start this?
As you were talking, I was messaging Andrew, telling him to check us out because we live and tweeted a little bit. Don't know if I didn't finish the message, but I'll get right back to him after this. But with the Kansas City versus the Denver Broncos, and I don't know, I mean, everybody saw the recaps. Peyton Manning wasn't looking too damn good, brother. that arm, it ain't there no more. And with a person that watched the Kansas City Chiefs game from bird's eye, well, I ain't gonna say bird's eye view, but up close and personal on my 32-inch TV in the bedroom, I got Travis Kelce starting for me in DraftKings, even though it's actually probable. But this is a big game. They want to beat the Broncos. I don't got too much faith in Denver defense, and I believe, and we all know, Alex Smith is the most steady quarterback in the NFL. I got the Kansas City Chiefs taking it away. I don't predict a big scoring game, as nobody should, but I got Kansas City taking it at home.
Only thing I beg to